So back again, we found the last of the codes we needed. Hopefully, hopefully we can finally beat back the Terrormorphs for good. I think I'm wrong here. Ow. Ouchie.
Sounds like a bad idea to me.
Yep, it does.
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti.
And no, not inventory. I'm wondering why it says, why it has two different quest goals. Huh. Weird. Quest markers, I mean. Interstellar affairs, right. Can I trade?
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I
Yeah,
can, however, deal in general goods.
Goods are good. Let's deal.
Welcome to UC Distribute. I hope we have what you need.
Okay, let's sell a lot of our ammo and weapons. So we do have. What do I need a rib shank for if I? No, anyway, 7.7 millimeters and 6.5. Good. Can I sell anything else? No, crap. Right, I sold him a legendary pack. Huh. What's a smart gun? Oh. Buyback, that's good, that's good. Goody. Thanks.
Back to it then.
Pleasure doing business with you.
If it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
Hi. I've got time to help.
Crime has slowed down. I do. We've received a tip that...
I can
Great.
find them.
Ask them if they've not... Once you've gotten a lead, when you're done, see you later.
Yeah, just not now.
response.
I'm told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining
Thanks.
ranks of the... Howdy.
Hi.
Captain, I just received a couple messages from an operative in the embassy office. Did you actually succeed?
Yes.
With Radcliffe and Balmore. Was he alive?
Yes.
Did they both actually agree?
Sort of.
That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliffe would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time. Regardless, superlative work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Well, sure. I mean, it's supposed to be an armistice, right? So we have to behave.
Captain, can I
Yes.
help you?
No. Sure, let's take a walk.
Nova Galactic all the way. When it comes to ship design, and after the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Free Starfield.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
return. Well, that's a oh, that's a sale. Oh, okay. That was complicated, but I mean, it's highly sought after data. Wait a minute, I'm wrong here. I'm supposed to go to down there, right? Ouch.
Careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems.
Yeah, sure.
There you are. Captain. Surprised to find
Adrian?
out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Well, I made someone a promise, Adrian. Can you show me this data will be used for good?
Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right.
Plus, you don't need her word. We'll be setting up oversight alongside the collective.
You take possession of this data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So, with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Mars
Indeed.
again?
The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Oh, really?
Hello.
Hello.
This requires a little more pomp.
Well then. Still following. I'm curious. Oh, wow. That's impressive.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
Well, remind me again.
Well, only citizens can own property in New Atlantis. We also pay a discounted rate at any United Colonies merchant.
Oh, that's good.
And all citizens receive an ample credit disbursement upon joining.
Nice, I'm ready.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terrormorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Thanks, Ambassador. Deputy, sorry. Now, who are we going to meet?
Yes.
No. Sure, that's a good idea.
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Nay. Pretty important, though.
Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Fanon. But most know me as...
Oh.
Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
Oh. I thought you were dead.
One final act of rebellion by the leadership that lost the Colony War. The trial was authentic. I faced tribunal with dignity, but my execution, staged. A lethal injection that was anything but. The cabinet at the time, long gone now, wished to keep me on as an advisor. And considering the other option, I was in no place to refuse. So I elected to trade my freedom for my continued existence. But such is the life of a soldier.
So that's... What do you do?
To warrant my execution. The official charges I faced after the war were twofold. The first was the destruction of civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle during which those civilian ships were actively attacking my fleet. The other was ordering the bombing of the Londinian spaceport to halt the spread of the Terrormorph outbreak there. The city and its citizens were lost, but countless others likely saved. And for doing what was right, I was put on trial. And my life irrevocably changed.
That's Hadrian's last name.
Very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family?
Well, she told me, yes.
Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
I'm listening.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Go on.
There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting you to go quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Consider him dust.
Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. Wolf system. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Goody. But let's talk to McIntyre first. Well, I didn't want to hack in there really, but since we're there, so... I hope there's something interesting in there. We'll see. That's too bad. All right, never mind. Probably nothing too important here. Wondering why he's trapped in there of all places.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers.
Yes, absolutely.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
That's a war criminal,
Captain,
though.
please, keep your voice down. The situation with the prisoner is a complex one. A holdover from a different era. But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can for some time now. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Do I make myself clear?
Sort of.
The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, very important work. Which is why I need you to keep this to yourself. Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing.
Well, he asked me to deal with a Dr. Olays.
Dr. Reginald Olays? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Olays is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
The location of Hadrian's team members.
We found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, is there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
Nope. No,
then I'll bid you
didn't have
good day,
anything
Captain.
else.
And remind you of the importance of discretion.
And with that, ladies and gentlefolk, I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. See you next time.